Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. I just distracted myself already, just by thinking how weird it's going to be to not say Odryssian Kingdom anymore when I switch over to the Pergamon campaign. Anyway. Alright, so I believe we just won the battle for Panormos through the end turn. That sent Carthage packing. Okay. So we do need to recruit another unit into this army. Go ahead and make this guy a quartermaster. Okay, recruit units. We lost a unit of cavalry, so why don't we pick up another unit of cavalry? We don't have a ton of warriors, but we don't have any native or some auxiliary cav units available. What the heck? I don't know if I've ever even seen that unit in my Roman campaign. That's weird. Anyway, we'll go ahead and grab some of these guys. Over here, things still look fine. Okay, so that should buy us a couple of turns where we don't need to worry about defending our land from Carthaginian fleets. I'm not sure what I want to recruit into that army, so I'm not going to think about it for a minute. Let me look at some other stuff first. Okay, Bendy's chosen. Have you come defend Ars? Alright. Do we attack Kartuba yet? We probably could. But let's send the spy down here first and see if they can counterattack through this angle, because I don't want to just ditch out on this city if they've got an army ready and waiting. And I'm not sure, I know they had an army over here. I thought they had two armies over here. I'm not sure where those went. I don't even remember if I fought them at some point. I don't think I fought them. I think they're probably falling back. Grumpy's Guard has a ton of movement range. So when it's not winter, I think they'll be able to attack that without having to leave this city. So for the time being, I'm going to just keep them in the city, I think. In case that twin stack Carthaginian force comes this direction. Over here, I have to sit still in Mastia for a little bit longer because I need this fleet to attack. I wonder if I go into ambush stance, can I still reinforce a garrison? Because if I could go into ambush stance with this army and get this army hidden, I could maybe bait this force into attacking Mastia, and then I could kill them. Maybe. Screw it, let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do. Ambush. They cannot move if they are in this stance. They remain hidden until they are attacked or discovered. Okay, so I think they should be able to reinforce. Let's hope I'm not wrong. Go ahead and build these up. I need to get my treasury going again. So I did put my taxes back to medium. Okay, good. Okay, we have research available. Alright, so I'm not quite ready to make a true offensive over here yet. Maybe once I get Bendy's chosen down here, I can push this direction a little bit harder. Alright, back to research. I could do with that, but it's not super appealing right off the bat. That has a lot of good benefits, but I do not like the increase in upkeep cost. Damage for siege weapons would be very, very nice. I don't necessarily need either of those. What about this? I don't really need that either. I could do with the tax rate and the loyalty. I don't care too much for the cultural conversion. Let's go for that for now. I can always change my mind later, right? Okay, so that's the Western Front. Now I do need to decide what I'm going to do with this army. I might just keep them in position to attack Corsica at Sardinia. What kind of population do we have in Arretium? Not much. We have an enormous amount of freemen. About Arminium. Much healthier warrior population. So let's go over to Arminium to recruit. Now it looks like Arminium actually starts right here, so we can actually get into that population this turn for recruitment, which is really nice. But before I recruit anything here, I did want to check and see, so where can I get artillery? Because I don't think I have any... Okay, so I have a workshop all the way down in Hispania. I guess that's not the strongest garrison in the world, and if they don't have any armies there, it wouldn't be too difficult to take on. So maybe I don't need artillery in this army. I will go ahead and just keep getting these high-quality swords. I guess just about as many as I can, because I don't really care too much about how much cavalry I have in this army. I think I would rather have 3 units of archers, though. Okay, so we'll go ahead and let those guys recruit for a little while. Okay, everything on the west should be basically taken care of. I might have to check through, like, agents for a moment, but you know what, I'd better just do everything now. Okay, Brigantium does not need construction. Numantia does not need construction. Aplasia already got its construction. Everything over here should be fine. Public order is dead even in that province. That's not ideal, actually. Okay, public order here, bad. Too many buildings causing problems, not enough fixing them. Okay, I don't necessarily need to be able to recruit siege units here, but I'm not going to get rid of that yet. I could take a hit to my income. You know what, these guys are good on supply. Let's go ahead and switch the supply building over. Alright, and we'll call that good. Out here, I should be playing defensive, but I want to get aggressive still. Oh, and these guys have left themselves isolated. Now they should retreat. Oh, they are not isolated. They are actually within range of being reinforced still. Because that outer red ring, I think, is the reinforcement range. And I was going to say, it's not like the AI to just leave an army exposed. That would have... I was shocked that was happening. Okay, did you get everything you needed already?
Thirsty for battle. Ready for battle. Warriors all. Warriors all. Thirsty for battle.
Okay, no, I just don't think we have the infantry here to effectively take these guys on. Especially with their very heavy melee infantry. Because my guys are heavy, but not very heavy. I do have artillery. I think the problem is they have 2 armies that are at least 50% infantry. One of them is really small though. And I could attack the small one.
On the move, lads.
Let's see what kind of balance of power we get doing this. Plenty. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fight this because I feel like fighting a battle. So, let me see here. What do we have to deal with? 2 units of skirmishers. 4 units of skirmishers. 6 units of cav. 7 units of cav. Not quite sure what my plan is for this battle yet. Whether it would be better to isolate the enemy and fight on 2 fronts, or whether it would be better to just kind of play it slow and group up and play 1 front. Okay, so unfortunately my reinforcements are coming from kind of a crummy position, because I can't start right next to them. Alright, let's see. I want to get shots on these guys right off the bat. So I can start my artillery close enough to do that. I'm going to keep these 2 units of spears out here in anticipation of the enemy army maybe coming from a stupid direction. See, I was attacking them from the north, and they're reinforcing us. So their reinforcements are probably going to come in from my left close, maybe even directly behind me. So I'm going to play really, really tight here. Okay, not quite that tight though, because I need to have enough men available to protect multiple flanks.
Thracian warriors!
Gotta protect the archers and the artillery.
Bows! Thracian warriors! Thracian royal cavalry!
Okay, let's see what the AI does here. Actually, who was my front line? These 4?
Infantry! Orders understood, orders!
A little surprised I can't see them just yet.
Great victory! And once we have taken the fight...
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Any defense, they have left! Riders, advance! Field artillery!
Okay, let's try and get a couple of shots on them while they're clumped up here. Looking back, it actually may have been better to attack the larger force in their fortress, because doing that would let me hit a bigger clump with the artillery.
The walls are breached.
See, I'm still getting some pretty good hits here, but not nearly... I won't have nearly as much opportunity as I could have with the full 20 stack being in here. Oh boy. Not what I wanted with that. Okay, artillery, you can go ahead and keep shooting for a moment. Let me slow things down while I get organized here. Okay. Whoa, my computer doesn't normally run this poorly. Okay, let's get all of these light spheres to line up over here. Yeah, I have way too much cavalry for this. I have a harassing army, not a standing
The walls
army.
are breached.
Okay, artillery. You can go ahead and stop firing now. Alright. Sword infantry. Holy cow, why is it running so poorly? This is bizarre. Okay, you four, just get over here. We can figure out what exactly to do with you once you're here. Okay, it looks like the reinforcements definitely did come in from back there, so let's change our line a little bit. Let's get swords to the front. You can go reserve on the left flank. Artillery, we need to get you moving quickly just so you can be in position ready to fire right off the bat. Our absurd amount of archers. Just go line up here. Okay. Now our spears. I should keep the spears and the hoplites separate. These guys cannot form phalanx, so let's separate them. Okay. Spears with javelins. Go here. Light spears. Go here. Hoplites. Shit, I don't know. Go to the front.
Heavy cavalry.
Okay, heavy spears without javelins. Play reserve. Skirmish cav to the flank. Other skirmish cav to the flank. I should realistically be trying to harass these guys while they're linking up with their... while they link up with their army. Because I could have taken out these two units for free, probably, if I had been more aggressive. You know what, there's still opportunity for aggression here. They do have a lot of cavalry, though. They have like 7 units of cav, so I need to be a little bit careful with my cavalry.
Skirmishers.
But if we can get a few free shots on them, we're going to get a few free shots on them. Say, are my guys going to fire? What are you guys doing? Okay, there's a couple of javelins going out. We can now at least see most of their army. Our artillery doesn't have quite as much range as I would like them to. Okay, doing a little bit of damage. These units are mostly damaged from the artillery they took at the beginning, though, I think. It may actually be more effective to put these units on fire at will. Okay, here comes the cav from the enemy. Okay, if they're going to turn their swords around, we're going to fall back. Archers, you may fire at will. Cavalry pull back just a little bit, let our spears throw their javelins. Let's noob box a little bit over here. Artillery,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
go ahead and open up. Hit their heavier units first. Okay, we're starting to use our ammo out here. You guys turn and get ready to fight that.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Prepare to attack! We'll kill them all!
Okay, we'll get 2 of our guys to charge.
Eager!
The other 3
Hunger for blood and battle!
pull back
Understood!
and get some surrounds, because our cavalry does pretty well. Okay, you guys.
Cavalry! Weapons ready! Orders! Forward!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Artillery is shooting at somewhat distant targets still, so we don't need to be concerned about friendly fire just yet.
As you say, missile riders!
Okay, cavalry is doing alright.
Warriors eager!
Let's wrap around that flank.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oops, I got the wrong unit there.
Ready! Spears! Thracian warriors!
We're not getting charges, which is problematic, but not the end of the world. Okay, artillery probably needs to stop shooting for a moment.
Now!
Go ahead and just hit some of their units out here.
Battle ready and eager!
You guys just charge in, you guys wrap around.
Thracian cavalry!
Cavalry's doing alright.
Spears ready!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, let's make sure we all have attack orders on the front line. I'm letting my cavalry go kind of uncontrolled for now, which I don't like to do.
Ready!
Okay, all of you guys move forward, push them out.
Skirmishers!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, archers on the left side. Shoot those guys if you can. Archers on the right side. Hit those heavier units.
We'll kill them all! As you say!
Okay, we've got some of their cavalry trapped over here, so let's send some spears out to help.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Cavalry's winning its fight pretty easily.
Battle ready!
Okay, you guys hit a new... actually hit that cavalry. I just want them gone.
We await your order!
Okay, front line's holding up. We're taking some damage on the right side. Those guys are losing decisively, so let's get these guys into the fray.
Battle ready! Warriors! Spears! Riders!
We could do with some help over here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay.
Ready! We'll kill them all! Spears ready! Ready for battle!
Archers are starting to run out of ammo.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, just start shooting whatever units you can.
Ready! Yes, sir!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You guys get back to the front line.
Missile warriors! Spearmen ready!
You guys go ahead and move up here. These guys are losing, but they're not... they haven't lost just yet. Okay.
Warriors eager for blood!
Does this affect stack? I don't think it does. They should be taking the army losses penalty pretty soon here. Let's try and help that unit of cav out a little bit.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Commander!
Okay, I'm starting to wrap them up finally. Took me long enough, but we're getting there. Everyone still looks fairly healthy on the front line. There's obviously a couple of exceptions, but nothing too crazy. say their general unit's going to be strong, but he's not going to be invincible.
Our spears are yours.
Guys, get up here quickly.
Ready?
See if you can't get a charge off into there. We'll go ahead and continue this. Make sure no one is on fire at will. The generals can be. We just don't want to run
One of our
down, or
units
we
has
don't want to
used all
shoot
its
into our
ammunition.
own guys through the end of the battle. Spread the cavalry out as much as we can so that we kill more units. Or get more units off the field. Okay, second general. Chase that. You guys need to move because you're getting shot for no reason. That is poor micro by me. They got a little bit further out of the battlefield, and I lost track of them completely. Okay, we can go ahead and fast forward out through the rest of this one. Yeah, our infantry took a little bit of a beating, but nothing to be concerned about. Okay, it looks like we've chased down pretty much everything that we can. May as well get these last couple of kills, just because they're free. And that can be good enough. So I lost a little over 10% of my army, which is not particularly good, but I think that was a little bit better than what the balance of power said I should do. I should have checked what the auto-resolve would have gotten me. But then the other thing to consider is I might have lost less units, or less men total, but I might have lost an entire unit, or had units so heavily damaged that they can't be effective in any follow-up fights. Whereas what I've got here is some units that, yeah, they're damaged, but they're still, all of them are healthy enough that they can be effective if we need to do a fight right after this. Got the hiccups. Okay, wiped one army. Did we get the second? Not quite. Man, that's a bad time to get the hiccups.
Move out!
Okay, we have more than enough movement range to chase these guys down and then still get back to the city.
Warriors all!
I'm gonna send Candy's Conquerors after them. There's no need to send the other army up here with Candy's Conquerors.
Starting out!
Alright, now back into the city to maximize your replenishment. Go from 88 men per turn to 107 per turn on that unit.
Ready for orders!
This cav will take 2 turns, but that's okay. We'll send them back over here immediately. And then you guys... let's send you a little bit further over so that we hopefully block off the coastline. And then fortify, and then here we'll just make sure that we blocked all the way up to this river, so the armies have to go through us to get past this point. Obviously they could still just follow that road straight up, but I'm not as concerned about them doing that because it will take them longer to get anywhere. Or it won't take me as long to get to them if they go that way. Okay, depending on what's over here, I might chase that army down. But I need to know what's over here before I do that. How much can we see by going here? Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what you can see and what you can't with the way the Fog of War works, because like the map itself will have shadows on it. Like this area just has shadows, but it looked like I couldn't actually see whether there were armies. Alright. They are fortified. They're 50% cavalry. Our cavalry is way better than theirs. Is it worth the casualties we would take? Especially because we cannot fall back to the city in one turn. It'll take us 2 turns to get back. Or this turn and then the next one. Let's go for it. They might even just run away. If they run away, I don't think I'm going to chase them. Alright, well, they're going to stand and fight. Auto-resolve says I should only keep 3/4 of my army. So, let's see if I can do a little bit better than that. It is going to be difficult though. They don't have a ton of skirmishing, like skirmisher units, but they do have a lot of skirmish cavalry. And I'm assuming a lot of these spears have javelins as well. So I don't think I can just sit back and shoot them. Alright, anyway, let's get into it. Make sure our archers are only shooting the things we want them to shoot. I really don't have a lot of infantry, so this could actually prove to be difficult, because they just have a lot of guys to cut through. Alright, well, let's see. Let's do it like this. We'll start over here, because then it makes it easy to change directions and go around either side. Now the priority in this battle at the beginning is to keep my infantry from being shot, because I just don't have that much. The cavalry is not going to be particularly effective until later on when we breach through and start running down the enemy. Alright. Are they going to charge out at me, or are they just going to reform? Because if they want to charge out, then I'm happy to let them. This stuff is why I play the game. I go on and on and on about this, but I mean, it's just cool. I don't care if this might not be a perfectly historically accurate army. Oh, you know what? They are going to charge out to me. That makes this even easier because it lets me use my cavalry more effectively. It means my front line is in a little bit more danger, but my front line should be pretty tough anyway. I think I want my archers to primarily shoot their cavalry. Let's get the armored horse up there. Let's move the archers a little bit farther forward. Okay, while they're forming up, let's close in on them. We might be able to catch a lot of them, and yes, we'll be moving into range of the towers, which isn't great, but if we can catch some of them before they're ready to fight, that should help us get winning engagements. And they have a lot of cavalry. Okay, go ahead and take those guys out.
Step lancers!
Okay, you guys may fire at will. We're going to catch them and then turn around and smash them.
One of our units has used all its
You
ammunition.
guys go ahead and just get up here and help the cav engagement. Especially because we're up against camels, it'll be nice to have some spears to help us out. Didn't get a charge here, so we're going to be actually losing that.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hit that unit. That's who I meant. Okay. Not getting fantastic engagements so far, but they're alright. Let's get all the infantry involved here.
Swords! Thracian warriors!
Archers. Might be better to just let them fire at will, but we'll see. Okay, these guys. Doing alright. They're actually going to take a lot of damage out there. Let's try and get a countercharge over here. Didn't get much of a countercharge, but I think they messed up their own charge pretty bad. I need you guys to get out of that engagement and go help the cavalry more. Okay, you guys are losing decisively. That's bad news. We need to try and help that out, especially because they're having spears show up to reinforce it. We need to deal with that quickly. I would send these guys out to help with this flank, but I need more help on the right flank, I think. Okay.
Ready for battle! Ready!
You guys...
Our general is under attack.
General's under attack. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care.
Thracian Royal Cavalry!
Okay, you guys fall back.
Thracian Royal Cavalry!
You guys help chase that. You lot, just shoot whatever you feel like shooting. Okay, our cavalry's definitely going to win over here, so I'm actually going to bring the spears the other direction. Get in on the back of that while you're here. Okay. You guys actually switch to flaming shot and start trying to break them. You are on flaming shot, start shooting into that clump. These guys are actually doing okay in combat, which is impressive. Okay, General got caught on some spears, so let's back him out. Make sure we have attack orders on the correct units. General does have war cry. So let's see if we can get him in position to actually use that. You guys help out there, you guys rotate this direction. Okay, we could do with some assistance out here killing the general. Because these horse archers are really, really strong, but I don't think they're strong enough to beat infantry in a straight fight. Okay, all of you on flaming shot.
Turning in our favor.
See what you can route. Dang it. Okay, I am going to need some infantry out there to help out with the spears. We can get a decent charge on their rear, but we need something a little more substantial than that. Archers, knock it off for a second. You're basically out of ammo anyway. Pull the general out of that, just so we don't get really unlucky and have him randomly die. we have it. Alright, well, instead of losing 25% of my army, I lost less than 10%, so that's a win for me. I mean, I shouldn't actually be that proud of it, because it's not like that was a difficult battle. But I'm still kind of proud of it. I did better than the computer thought I should. If I was like a pro at the game, I probably could have done that with like less than 50 casualties or something crazy, but I'm not that good. But what's more important is I had a lot of fun fighting that, because I felt like the micro was somewhat intensive, but it was managed pretty well. Man alive, it really helps to only have 20 units to deal with, though. Okay, get them out of here. Can we chase them all the way down? Not quite, so let's just ignore them. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know that I could beat the 100%, to be honest with you. Okay, Blund's bandits starting to put in some work. And they should replenish pretty quickly too. Especially once we get them back into the city. Let's give them the skirmishing bonus, because I think skirmish cav counts as a missile unit. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure on that. We should be able to retreat. Oh, they can't even reach us anyway. I was going to say we can probably retreat from them if they try and attack us. Because this is the kind of army that would actually be difficult for Blund's bandits to beat, because they've got the infantry to hold against me, but they also have the spears and the arrows to make it difficult for my cavalry, and the artillery to make me like to force an engagement. Iranian Thureos swords. Those guys, their unit card looks cool. It's unfortunate that they're just a light unit, because their unit card makes them look a lot more elite than most of the rest of the army, in my opinion. Anyway. Alrighty, let's see. The followers of Kotis. Why were they back here? I think I brought them back to pick up some cavalry, or maybe the artillery. Alright, well, let's send you guys up to Hatra. Next turn we can send them down to Dura, send the Fury over to Palmyra, and then we can start thinking about maybe taking out some of these Egyptian armies. Alright. Check through. We may as well deploy this guy. I don't really care where he goes right now. Okay, Odoros. Yeah, we can have the same thing here. Just go ahead and deploy. You're gonna deploy next turn no matter what anyway. Everyone else is good to go. The Fury doesn't need to move. Crumpy's Guard needs to level up for the general. Attack skill for infantry, lower upkeep for all those elite hoplites. Okay. These guys are just gonna chill out for a minute. I wonder how this auto-resolve would look if I tried to chase them off. Oh, do you know what? They're actually gonna sit there and take it. Freaking heck yeah. Oh, it didn't even kill him though. That's sad. But it has turned that fleet into a complete non-factor, which should mean I can start to make a move on Olisipo? Right? I should be able to go down there now. Does Brigantium have much of a garrison yet? Brigantium. Nah, the garrison's still pretty thrashed. Screw it. I'm going down here anyway. I can't be patient with conquest over here. I need to wrap this up quickly so that I can start making moves out in the east again. Alright. I just want to make sure I have all of my agents recruited. and that my characters are all taken care of appropriately. And that no one who is of age that should be getting married still needs to get married. Okay, that guy that was 17, I should probably marry him off. Yeah, let's do that. Where'd he go? Right here. There you go, you're married now. Okay. Send you off with a gift. I could do with more females in the Thracian chieftains group. I don't really have a way to make that happen right now without hiring politicians, and that's 100,000 gold for a politician is never worth it, in my opinion. That's just way too much money for something that's a minor benefit. Alright. Oh, she's already tier 4. Okay, you're 16. Let's get you up to tier 4. Italia could use it. Kafkazos could use it. Sikelia doesn't necessarily need it. We'll leave Thrake alone for a turn, and we'll send you to Italia instead. Because they're going down by 10, and that should put it to 0, right? Ugh, that's not Italia. Yeah, okay, so that put it to a 0 change in public order. Alright, let me take a quick look at diplomacy. Things still look good up here. I would like to be able to get that, because I think I need to trade with 2 more factions to get like an economic victory, right? Oh, only 1 more. But then I also need 1 of each resource, a ridiculously high income. Alright, well, we're not getting cultural victory, that's for sure. Alright, so Parsa is actually still kind of far away. Illyricum we could take pretty quickly, but we don't want to yet. Alright, well, that means this campaign is actually going to drag on for a little while because of where I have planned to attack. I normally don't bother with the objectives very much, but for the sake of finding a decent ending point for this campaign in terms of what I upload on YouTube, getting the military victory conditions makes sense to me. But I am not equipped to do that soon, and I do want to get that Pergamon campaign started sooner rather than later. I don't know, we'll see. If I start to feel like I'm in too much control, then I'll probably just end it there, because right now I feel like I've got pretty good control, but Carthage is still somewhat a concern just because of how spread out they are. In any case, let's end the turn. But, like, if I get to the point where I'm at in my Roman campaign where I have 100% control over what happens in the campaign, because my armies are too powerful and they're everywhere, then I will definitely stop uploading this campaign at that point. But right now, well, there is still a little bit of potential for me to lose.
Perhaps, and I ask.
Oh, I will take that. Whatever, I can pay 15 for that. While there is still technically some potential for me to lose this if I screw up some army placement on particularly the Eastern Front, I would like to keep uploading this one. What I may actually do is if I get through Africa into Carthage, I may stop uploading at that point.
My lord expects that you will find it prudent to add a small, almost trifling sum to his treasury.
Yeah, I might, once I take Carthage, I might end this campaign, because at that point, I have way more concentrated forces, and I can start redistributing them So I'll take Sardinia, I'll take Spain, I'll move through Africa into Carthage, and I think once I've taken that, that'll be the end of the campaign. If you guys have another idea that you want me to try and accomplish with this campaign before I stop uploading it, then let me know. Like, even if you guys think just once I take Spain, that's good enough. Yeah, just let me know when you guys think is a good stopping point. But I don't think I will take the time to get all the way to the military victory conditions, just because in order to do that somewhat safely, for the sake of my empire, I would want to clean up all of Africa, all of Saudi Arabia, before I start pushing into Parsa. Which means at that point I would basically just be doing total domination. But yeah, things have progressed actually quite nicely. I'm pleased. This is, again, only the second campaign I've done on this mod, and with how many things get overhauled in this mod, I'm actually quite pleased with the outcome. And let me... let's see. I think I'll actually go ahead and end this episode here. Let me check through a couple of these minor things right off the bat. I think I'll end the episode here, and we will go into the next one with our offensive in Spain continuing. But I hope you guys are still enjoying this one. Again, let me know what your thoughts are about what I should consider my own victory conditions to be. Hell, if we wanted to, we could say I have victory right now, because I am at least somewhat confident that I have this under control. But anyway, let me know, guys, your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.